So let me introduce you Chalky. Chalky is a absolutely beautiful cow who can step towards me because she would like to have a quick chat. She thinks it's a shame that people are not willing to come and meet the cows more often. She feels like people don't even know much about cows. They never really come and meet them and talk to them and spend time around them, and they feel like they tend to see them as a commodity. And she came to me and she said that her message today, because I was asking the cows what message they had today, and she said that Chalky was really, really determined to tell me that her message today is to let you all know that she thinks people need to be more considerate with cows. She said, we are sentient beings, very sociable, and people don't know us, and they assume that we can't feel anything. People assume that they can just use us as a resource or as a commodity, take the milk, and then take the cows, so have more milk, and not even, taking into account how they feel or what they want out of all of this. The Chalky is quite feels quite strongly about all of that, and she would like everyone to know that cows do have feeling. Cows are social creatures, and if you were to actually come and meet them, you'd be surprised to see that they are very, full of emotions, full of feelings. They don't, generally speaking, they don't mind sharing the excess of milk with people and give some to people because they're very loving and very giving by nature. But that's the excess. They think that the milk is first and foremost for the calves, and therefore they should be the first to be served. As long as the calves got the first and foremost priority, then that's okay. They don't mind, people taking the excess. What they think is not okay is when people start to steal the calves, so they can steal the calves' milk and have more milk for themselves. They don't really like that. They believe that calves should not be taken from their mums too young. They're actually okay to let go of the calves when they feel like they have the time to train them to be proper cows and to be ready to get out there, to get into the world. They feel like taking the calves after 1 week, 2 weeks after them being born is just way too early. And for them it's very stressful because they feel like their babies are just being, taken away and put somewhere in the world where they're not ready. They haven't been trained to be adult cows. They haven't been trained to be proper cows. They're just babies. They're completely inexperienced, and for them it's a big loss because they feel like they didn't get a chance to fully fulfill their mother instinct, their duty as a mum, really. It's like or any species really. You look at a human or a cat or a dog. When they've got a new baby, it's really important that they get to train that puppy or that kitten to be, a cat or a dog or a good human, for instance. And they feel like if we take their calves away from them too early, they don't get a chance to fully feel their duty as a mum and train them to be proper cows. And that's really stressful for them. And they also need for their own emotional well-being to, loop and train them and be with them and bond with their babies. And it's really hard for them. It's a trauma every time they get pregnant, have a baby, and then the baby's taken away from them. After a while, they just end up rebelling against everything. They either lose their spirits and they become really numb and they don't even care anymore, so they don't even don't even bond with their babies because they know they're going to be taken away from them, or they can even refuse to get pregnant, and they just basically don't get pregnant, or they start to rebel and cause havoc in the milking parlor, or they start to escape, or they start to make a mess, to cause problem and rebel, and so it depends on the individual, obviously. So for them it's a lot of trauma and a lot of hardship, and I think Chalky is right. It's a shame that people, see dairy product and milk as as something for granted, we just have access to it, we go to supermarkets and the shelves are full to the ceiling, full of, yogurt, cheese and dairy and whatever, and we don't even appreciate the hardship behind it. We just take it for granted. That's our birthright to have dairy or something, without realizing all the hardship. But Chalky thinks that that's also a birthright to have a say in what's happening with our body and what's happening with our baby. And therefore she believes that we humans should come and meet the cows and bond with them and connect with them and listen to them and see how they feel about all of this. And then maybe we can, feel for ourselves that something needs to change. It is possible. We can just, have a more balanced way of farming, while taking into account what the cows want. It's possible to leave the calves with their mum for like 4 months until the calves are weaned and ready to get it out in the world, and then the cows are ready to move on and feel like she had the chance to realize their full potential as a mum, and really train the calves to be in the world. It is possible. It's just a case of us humans, consumers, to be less greedy with things and less attached to convenience, and accept the fact that sometimes there will be time without dairy. But I think it's also important to get out of that buying dairy from the supermarket mindset, because that's really one of the big causes of the problem. Supermarkets make dairy so cheap and so readily available that people don't appreciate it anymore. Well, if you visit your local farm, meet the animals, spend time, talk with the farmer, meet the animals, connect with them, see if they feel happy or sad, and sit down with them and spend time and listen to them. And then you can see for yourself if you feel like you're buying a happy, if you're supporting animals who are healthy, or if you are supporting misery basically and hardship. If you can, stop buying your dairy from the supermarkets, because it's not at all a good solution for the cows. It's just the cows from this project are just, live in huge herds and are being fed whatever. It's completely like, they don't even have their horns on, They're completely like machines, just like disposable machines, like milk providers. So get out there, go and meet your local farm, go and meet your local cows, spend time with them, buy your stuff locally, and see for yourself what it feels like, if you feel comfortable with it or not. Question it, ask the right questions, and hopefully you'll feel better for it, and you'll be a part of the change that badly needs to happen in farming today. Thank you.